10. Stefanos Tsitsipas joins the show. And he was just in Monte Carlo. Stefanos, nice to meet you. You got myself, Jeff, you got Jason, you got Nick. We were just curious, did you get enough time to celebrate after the title in Monte Carlo now that you're in Barcelona?
I got a night of celebration with my friends and family at a local Italian restaurant that we've been visiting for many years now. Well, the owner is a very good friend of ours. We spent a lovely evening with the entire family, had some pizzas, plenty of pasta.
All right.
And that was my celebration.
Well, I was talking, Stefanos, good to have you, man. I was talking with your physio, Saif, earlier yesterday, I believe it was, and he said you were flying into Barcelona today. So what time did you get in? Did you just land? And what's kind of the schedule like there tonight? I believe it's 8 p.m.
I just landed actually half an hour ago, so just made it to my room, ready to start a new tournament right from scratch, starting from zero. Hopefully we can reach the end again. That's the ultimate goal these days.
Steph, we saw you play some wonderful tennis in Monte Carlo last week. I was commentating on all of your matches there, and it was a wonderful storyline. And of course, you've reserved your best tennis for when you've played in Monte Carlo, as your mum did. And I just wondered, off the back of that victory yesterday, where we saw you crying in your chair, what the win meant to you and what those tears were about. If you can explain what was going through your mind with that outpouring of emotion, it would be great insight for us tennis fans.
Well, you know, it's been a rough few months and have some rough patches right from let's say, the ending of the season of 2023 wasn't great. You know, I had sustained an injury that took a while to fix, and I was in a place where I felt a little bit lost. You know, I had a lot of pain. I was not sure if I'm going to start the season in Australia, and you know, it was a serious injury, so I had to overcome this and, you know, face my own difficulties later on, you know, a little bit trying to get back into the tour and feel like I belong there again. So I've had a pretty rough, let's say, 3-4 months where I was trying to find my place, see if I can still get to that level of tennis and confidence that I once saw in myself, let's say, like a year ago, where I was really playing fearless tennis and really committed to every single point in a way that, you know, I haven't seen in a while. So having a stellar week like this gives me so much confidence, knowing that I can really recreate moments like this, and I still have what it takes to get out there and show some marvelous tennis throughout an entire week with great potential, just right from the beginning till the end.
Steph, what do you feel like you changed in your game? I mean, you've won there now 3 times in Monte Carlo. Always good to go back to a place where you've won. But what do you feel like you've changed in your game to have this feeling again?
It's been a lot of weeks of preparation that helped me kind of acclimatize to the conditions in clay. You know, they're very different to any other surface, and there are a lot of tactical components that need to fit in well in order to thrive and have great results on clay. It's a surface generally that I do acclimatize pretty fast on, and it's a surface that I've had success previously. And I feel like the transition from my end is quite easy when it comes from hard courts to clay. We try and focus a lot on, like, you know, obviously clay is all about angles, creating angles, playing with certain depths, and allowing yourself to just get creative. And it's not only about power, it's not only about how strong you hit or how amazing your shots are. Sometimes you gotta win dirty, and that's the beauty of that surface that allows me to just slow up the pace and generate again. You know, the serve is not the most important component, an element to the clay courts, and that is something that I've been paying a lot of attention in, kind of making my serve more tactical rather than just a power shot.
We're going to try our best to get our eyes on this Stuttgart match right now. Your other half, Paula Badosa, she just had a match point against Diana Schneider, 3-5 deuce. I always get a kick out of checking out the ATP bios for the players, and you're talking about your success on clay, but your bio on the ATP website actually says your favorite surface is grass. And of course, you know better than anyone, your highest win percentage is on clay. Is grass still your favorite surface? Would you make that edit on the ATP bio?
You know what? I love grass as much as I do clay. I think the fact that the grass court season is so short, It's quite unfortunate because I would have loved to play on grass a bit longer. The worst thing about grass is that if you end up on a really bad grass court where it's not maintained as good, it could be a really bad experience playing on a grass court as opposed to a clay where it's rare that you'll find a really bad clay court, but you can still somehow manage it much better, in my opinion, than a bad grass court. At least from my own experience and perspective, I might be wrong, but that's the sensation that I do get. But playing on a nice, clean grass court, there's no better sensation than feeling than that. I really like it. And I feel like it suits my game. I've just haven't had I wasn't fortunate enough, in the last few years to have a deep run in a grass court tournament. I've had a success in Mallorca, winning the tournament there. But I do feel like I have, let's say, under-peaked in any of my Wimbledon runs that I've had, and I wish one day I can redeem myself by having a deep run there.
Yeah.
I was intrigued, Steph, to listen to you in your previous answer talk about serving a little more strategically now. I think the injury you had was with your back earlier in the season, which was why you were sort of changing your service motion in Australia. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But what I really liked about your match against Casper in the final was the fact that you serve and volleyed so often. And I'm just wondering how you make that decision as to when to serve and volley and how often to serve and volley on a clay court. And does it make life a little easier for you if you come up against somebody like Casper who stands that far back behind the baseline in order to return?
Well, look, I try and be as much strategic as I can. I know that the serve can be a big weapon if used right on clay. You know, it's not about serving as many aces as you can or winning too many points behind like direct serve, let's say. It's more about like the whole strategy, how you construct and place your serve in order to get the next shot in a way that will allow you to open up the court, confuse the opponent by playing a wrong foot shot. These are all part of the elements that I'm trying to implement into the clay court tennis that I have built for myself in recent years. I feel like the big confusion there was me trying to experiment with different serving motions in the last few months. We saw how I was trying the platform for at the beginning of the season, then went to a pinpoint serve position. It kind of felt good for a moment, but then I completely lost any feeling with my serve, and I won't lie, I felt really like it wasn't my thing anymore. So going back into my original serve, I feel like it has helped a lot, regain that confidence, because we all know that all tennis players do know that confidence starts from your serve. If you don't feel comfortable with your serve, it kind of has the reputation to ruin your entire game after that.
We're pumped now to be on the Stuttgart match. I just mentioned Paula had a match point. Now she's going to serve for it 5-4. Would you say that clay is Paula's favorite surface? Because the numbers would definitely show that.
Absolutely. I think she has played on clay more than most players have, actually. You know, she has been raised in Spain, well, a very historic sort of country when it comes to clay court tournaments and just building a culture around clay. I am sure it's one of your favorites. We've spoken about it a lot of times. She does like it indeed. I just still believe she can improve on the sliding. There are a few things we have discussed. I still believe she has a lot of potential into building a much greater game. And also, I would love to see her win the Roland Garros one year. I think she's one of the players that is really exciting to watch, and also has the potential to do big things on the surface of clay.
Well, Stefanos, that's what I was going to ask you, is how much you all talk about tennis, and are you trying to coach her up to certain things to improve? And is she trying to do the same with you as well? But when she's watched you play enough, does she try to give you some input on your game as well?
Always, yes. We have discussions about tennis and we exchange ideas. I find Paula's opinions about my game very important, and the way, basically, her perspective on how she thinks of certain things as opposed to me. You know, we all have different ways of how we perceive the game, how we see the court, and how we read play. So I am open-minded to everything, and I think her mind is beautiful when not just on the court but outside of it. So you know, to be by her side and have the opportunity to learn from one another is the biggest blessing.
Can you see the tennis? Is she holding here? What do you think?
Well, let's see that. I would like to see the first point and then determine whether the confidence is building up on the.
Sure thing.
Did she have match point on the game before?
Yeah, she had one match point.
She might have
5-3,
lost the first point, but I still believe she will hold that game.
All right, I like it.
Is she back to full fitness? How close do you think she is to kind of regaining that form that we also enjoyed a while back?
Much better, yes. I have been obviously there the entire time, seeing her progress and seeing how she develops and gets better. Paula has had a very bad injury in her back. People do not understand the difficult times that she has went through. It's quite unbelievable that I kind of followed her footsteps of the injury. We had a very similar injury. Mine came about 5 months later, right on the same spot where she had it. She might have had it much more. She did have it actually much more severe than I did. And to go through, these difficulties and to see her suffer so much, made me suffer even more myself, being in a similar situation months later. But now I feel like her fitness is back. I feel like she's building up her game again, and I have no reason to believe that she's going to be not just at the same level as she was before, but even better, because the hunger is there. She hasn't been playing a lot, and I have never seen Paula more hungry and more determined to get out on the court and do big things.
Love it. We're pumped to be hanging out with Stefanos Tsitsipas, watching some tennis. 15-all here in this 10th game. Stefanos, do you watch other sports, and are you gearing up for the Milwaukee Bucks and their playoff run coming up? Are you an NBA fan?
Oh, what a shot.
What? Did she make that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
she made that.
Sorry.
Did you see that?
Yeah, wow, we got to see that
That was
replay.
unbelievable.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Nick, you threw him a wobbler there.
No.
I swear to God, I was 100% sure that was in.
Same. I saw it. I was like, that caught the outside of the part of the line.
That's
Here's
so
another look.
disappointing.
Oh.
Well, that could be our whole other conversation.
Sorry.
Yes.
No.
Go on.
Other sports that I do watch and follow,
Yeah.
I have been following a lot of soccer lately.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of, in Europe we do call it football. I know there's a bit
Yeah.
of a controversy there between different regions of the world.
Yeah.
But I do follow soccer. Greece is big in soccer. Now we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm a big fan of Giannis, and I find him extremely inspiring, and just the mindset he has built as an athlete. I find it one of the biggest qualities of him as an athlete, and I would love to see myself replicate the same attitude and the same mindset, kind of striving for greatness, for excellence, for all these amazing things that he has building throughout recent years.
Which footy team do you support?
Which one? On the NBA?
Dude, no, you can't
football.
understand this guy. He's British. He said which footy team?
Which footy
It's too
team?
fast.
Footy,
Soccer.
footy.
Which
Which
soccer
soccer team do
team?
you support?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the footy part. I support Liverpool.
Okay.
Ah.
That's my team. In the Premier League, it's Liverpool. In Greece, I'm a supporter of AEK. Not a very, I guess, known team in European championships, but it's my favorite Greek team. And then I do support any other Greek team that might make it in the European championships or Champions League. I'm all in.
So how confident are you that Liverpool can get over the hump? A little bit of a slump over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks. Last season for Jurgen Klopp, big transitional moments for Liverpool.
Yes, it has been. I've actually been invited to his last game.
Have you?
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to go to a match at some point. One of my good friends, Tsitsipas, plays for Liverpool, so I would love to see him play up close and get to experience real Premier League football live, because it's very different seeing it on TV as opposed to in person as any other sport. I would love to be there to see their whatever game they get to play. I don't really mind, just to experience the atmosphere, because I have heard great things about Liverpool and stadium and the fans and everyone.
Oh, it's incredible. If you can get there and it's Jurgen's last game at Anfield, that will be something that you will take to your rocking chair. That'll be incredible to witness.
I'm sure about it.
So Stefanos, this deuce here, big point.
Fought off
Where
a
does
break
she
point.
normally like to serve here on a big point? Have you tried to help her out with some serving patterns?
T?
Oh, wide.
No. I always get it wrong.
She fought off a break point.
Oi!
Oh,
Is that it? No,
I
that
think
can
it was
be
called
out.
out.
Now
yeah.
2.
How? Yeah.
He
we
never
love
misses that.
this.
Never misses that forehand cross. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
How much are you
No.
looking forward to the electronic line calling system coming into play next season at all of the ATP events?
I think it's fair. I think it's about time this starts becoming a thing on clay courts. I think it should be a standardized thing, on all surfaces. I think first of all, we'll make our sport cleaner, much more fair, less drama. We've seen
Yeah.
some drama recently on clay. Like, these things should not be happening.
Yeah.
Of course, people might say it's a good show. It's fun to see kind of these reactions and this stuff occurring on court, but I disagree. Referees, they don't deserve that much hate. Sometimes I understand, movies, like the ball is moving at really high speeds and it's tough to precisely get everything right and everything on point. My theory is that, when I'm out there on the court, on the clay course, I try to make the calls myself because I know that or errors might occur. So it's also my responsibility to make certain calls and to be in charge of, avoiding any mistakes, because it's difficult to see under the sun, and sometimes it can get exhausting on clay, with the heat and everything. And it's tough to get a precise call all the time.
Stefanos, you always have such a positive mentality. Do you work with a mental coach? I know you travel with the fitness and physio, and your father's a coach, but do you also work with a mental coach, as we have match point here for Badosa as well?
I was about to disturb you. That's much more important than any mental coach right now.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it.
I need to pay tribute to that match. For 1 sec. Oh shit, that was really close.
This is great. This is some good TV right here.
This is.
I'm so stressed.
Oh.
That's a good point.
Second match point.
How much did you enjoy leathering your backhand down the line last week in Monte Carlo? How much fun did you have there?
That was a lot of fun.
I've rarely
Especially
seen
when you get it right on the center of the rackets, when you hit it right in the middle of the rackets, and right before the ball leaves is going in. That's the best feeling in the world, especially with a single-handed backhand.
Oh, that's clutch. Can we stay with you to the rest of this game? Yeah, is that
Wow.
cool?
That's actually your favorite serve.
Wow, that was money.
All right, match point number 3. What's her favorite on this side? The tee as well?
I'd say T.
Slider.
A slider, yes.
Yeah.
I would love to see a slider and then a backhand down the line winner. It would be amazing.
There it is. Oh,
Oh, that's a great return.
I mean, did she just sit on that return or what? I mean, that rope return.
I mean, we got to finish this game now that Stefanos is with us.
I just
right?
want to go back to one previous question I asked you, though, because we're at juice. I'll shut up on match point again. Serving and volleying against Casper when he stands that far back behind the baseline, does that make life easier for you or not, and why?
I'm sorry, I'm very focused right now.
No, we're locked in. We're locked in
I
right
don't
now.
blame you. I don't blame you.
Guys, it's not my problem. You
You
put that screen right there. Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Does she go tee again here? Because, I mean, Schneider roped a backhand return on that last tee serve. She might need to change it up
May
here.
I say something? If it was me, I would go wide. If it was me, I would
Yeah.
just go wide
All right.
and
Change it
get
up.
ready for the backhand, because that's the next shot after the serve.
Yeah.
I can see that coming.
All right, here we go. Come on.
If she goes wide, the next one is a backhand, and
Down
I
the
would
line
just,
winner.
if it falls short, backhand on the line, approach the net.
Felt like she
Yes.
wants to go wide here.
She wants to go wide.
Do it. Oh,
Get out.
is that in?
I can't do it.
Oh, no.
She did.
Did everything right apart from going down the line with the backhand,
I know.
Steph?
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Okay, let's continue talking. Much better this.
Oh,
I got a question for you. When you're playing Casper Ruud and he's standing that far back, okay.
I saw a cool stat now that we're in deuce. You're the first player, Stefanos, born after.
There it is
Or
again.
no, what was it? The first player after some year to surpass $30+ million in prize money.
What happened?
Sorry. What?
When? When was that?
No, you just surpassed 30 million in prize money.
She's there.
I wish it was true, because you have to pay. There you go.
Okay.
Match point again.
Money in the bank. Speaking of money in the bank, how's the Aston Martin coming along that you bought your dad? Is it
That's
running
a
very
lot of
nicely?
fun. I took it. That's a lot of fun. I took it for a ride this morning.
Oh.
Took some nice photos with it. I love it. Like, it's the biggest, most pleasurable thing that I own, and it's probably the best amount of money I've ever spent in my life.
Very nice.
And I do not regret any single sort of. Sorry, I'm concentrating.
Second serve. Down the line.
Oh.
There you are. Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, Steph, the stat was that you're the first player born after 1998 to surpass 30 million prize money. So my question was going to be, what are some things that you like spending money on? And I think you kind of answered it, the car. And that's cool. And that's something seems like you'll always have and that you appreciate.
There is a story behind the car. I was in a hotel room in Greece, where I was born at, in Bouliarmeni, Greece. And I was texting with someone, and they asked me, what's your room number? And at the same exact time, I was texting my Aston Martin dealer in Monaco about, I was asking him how many kilometers did the car have on it, because obviously, it was brand new, but it did have some mileage on it. So I ended up texting him at the same time as I ended up texting my friend to come see me in my room. And at the exact same time, I get the same number. So I text my friend, I think it was 82. 82 was my room number in the hotel. And at the same exact time, I get 82 from my car dealer in Monaco. And I knew that's a sign.
Meant to
It
be.
has to happen.
No way.
It's meant to be.
How good is that?
So I came in the next day, bought the car, and I said, this is fate. It needs to happen.
Did you see those pictures on the internet the other day of Gordon Ramsay, who's just purchased a new Aston Martin for £1.5 million?
Which one exactly?
I don't know. So I only saw it on social media, and they just said that.
No way. Is that happening again? There you go.
Oh, against
I can't believe
Sabalenka.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you make of that
That's
match?
crazy.
What do you make of that matchup
Wow. That's a thriller. That's a popcorn match. That's a thriller.
Well, this is
No,
a
really,
thriller.
it's a very interesting match. They put out some great tennis. They are able to produce some great tennis, both of them, when they play each other.
Well, Stefanos, thanks so much for joining us. We know you just got in today, or tonight, now 8:20 p.m. What are you going to do the rest of the night to get ready for tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to try and stick to my routines. You know, there's a lot of things that I need to do in order to get ready for this new tournament. Obviously, stretching, important. Getting to the gym to kind of make sure my body is still functioning and ready for the new competition this week. Hitting the gym is important as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a nice dinner, go to bed early, wake up tomorrow morning, start with a hit, acclimatize to the course that might be slightly different than in Monte Carlo. I'll try to get an hour and hydrating. It's important. Hydrating, eating well, just making sure everything is done properly before Barcelona kicks in.
You're going to hit the gym. Are you going to hit the popcorn by any chance? We got a little tweet from you right here.
Nope, not
No,
yet. That's
no
left
popcorn.
for maybe a final or something like that.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're hoping for a deep run for you. This is awesome, man.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We got to watch Paula. You got her the win, so nice job, and good luck
Thank
in
you so much,
Barcelona.
guys.
Stefanos, thanks,
Cool.
buddy.
I appreciate
Enjoy
it.
the rest of the night.
Great to talk to you, buddy.
Take care.
Good luck. Check out Gordon's new wheels.
Yeah, 1.5 mil, huh?
1.5 mil. Okay. Wow.
And he's got 30 million in prize.
But I love the fact that he really enjoys what he spends his money on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how rich you are.
Yeah.
If you can enjoy what you choose
Sure.
to spend your money on, then get a lot of pleasure out of that. That's great. But lovely to talk to him. He warmed up nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, that was really
I
cool.
love how intense he got when Badosa was
Yeah.
deuce,
That was
match
good.
point. So good.
Well, then when I got to Deuce, he's like, all right, keep the questions coming.